Hey, what's up? It's just Gems, and we all know the world lost rapper Takeoff from the Migos back on November 1st of this year. And unfortunately, it's being reported that his family, his mother and father, are arguing or going back and forth with each other about his estate that he left behind. And it's got people talking online. And I thought that it would be a good time to discuss getting a will, because so many times in our community, people don't make wills and they leave money and property and things behind, and then the family is torn apart over it. So I just wanted to highlight this situation and hopefully encourage somebody to do what they need to do, get a will, just write it down, sign it and date it, and put on it what you expect to happen with what you're leaving behind. I don't care how old you are, as we see in this particular case for Takeoff. A young man, he didn't expect to lose his life, and now instead of being able to mourn, his mother and father are going back and forth. Well, let me just give you what it says on the Daily Loud. A recent report claims that a family conflict is developing over who will receive the late Migos star's assets, which may run into millions of dollars, and other future earnings as he passed away without leaving a will. The issue is that Takeoff's mother and father reportedly do not get along. People close to him claim that the 28-year-old was raised by his mother and that they are unaware of the role that Takeoff's father played in the upbringing of the Migos star. However, several of Takeoff's father's relatives have come forward on social media after the rapper died to talk about his involvement in Takeoff's life. Now, that is what is being reported, and many people on Twitter had posted the lyrics from Takeoff's song, or the Migos song, Brown Paper Bag. And on Takeoff's part, he said, "I was raised by my mama, so a nigga never really had a dad. Never." In parentheses. So it sounds like he grew up in a single mother home and he didn't have much relationship with his father, despite what some of the father's family members are saying, which we could come back and say, well, maybe they're saying that for a reason. Maybe they're saying that in order to justify their family member getting part of what Takeoff has left. So it sounds like it's going to lead to an ugly probate battle. The judges going to have to decide who is the executor of the estate, because there was no will left behind. And that happens more often, or maybe not more often than you think. You probably know people who have had to go to probate court or who have lost everything because there was no will left behind. And it's a lot of money to fight these cases. It's thousands of dollars. I know someone personally in my family who she was 8 years old when her mother died, and she went to stay with her godparents. And the godparents, they didn't have any other children. And when they ended up passing away later on in life, or when godmother passed away, then the godmother's family and the godfather's family came out of the woodworks. The people that the 8-year-old child that grew up to an adult, the people that she grew up with as her cousins and aunties and uncles, they came to sue her for what was left in the estate. And there were several properties, cars, homes, land, all types of stuff left behind. And these are black people, by the way, but they left they didn't have a will. And I'm assuming they thought because she was their only child, in their mind, because they never legally adopted her, but they did put her down on insurance as daughter. They signed her up for school. They did everything that they could, that you would do for your own child, except they didn't go to court and have it put on paper that they adopted her. So the family knew that, but at the same time, they knew the relationship that they had, and they still took her to court, and she ultimately was named the executor of the estate and got all the things she was supposed to get, but she ended up settling with them, and she gave a couple of pieces of property away to them. And this was thousands of dollars later. She had to pay her lawyer and, all the different fees associated with that. So what I'm just saying with this is, man, no matter how young you are, if you have any means or things or property that you want certain people to get or a certain person, and in case the unexpected happens and you pass away, definitely put that down on paper, get it notarized, see if that will work in the state that you're in, if that's good enough, but leave something with your wishes on it, your name, your date, your driver's license number. Send it to somebody or do something so your wishes can be honored, because I know Takeoff wouldn't want, especially if he grew up with his mom and he did not have a relationship with his dad. He didn't talk about it in his music. And if he really just didn't rock with his father, he would be upset that now his mother is having to go through this to keep his father from getting whatever it is he may get or half of his estate, if that's not what Takeoff wanted. So I just want to encourage everybody, write down your wishes, make sure your stuff is in order, because you don't want to leave your family behind in case of any type of unexpected event occurs in your death, and now they're fighting amongst themselves, or your children are split apart. You just don't want that to happen. So I just want to encourage you to get life insurance and also designate who you want to get what. And just make life easier on those. Let the people that are left behind, let them just be able to mourn your passing and to celebrate your life, and not have to deal with all these legal battles and have to pay thousands out of your estate. Even Chadwick Boseman, he didn't have a will, and they had to pay his wife. They gave her like 1.15 million. His mom got like 1.15 million. And then the state, did they get $1 million? It was something crazy because he didn't have a will. So you just want to make sure you take care of business while you're still here. Man, rest in peace, Takeoff. But make sure you guys hit the like button before you go. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And until next time, peace.